Hello, everyone. I hope everyone's doing well. I am sorry a little late. I was kind of tired a little bit, but yeah. How is everyone doing? Hello, Dino Diego. Um, First person on my live stream, of course. Um, Nothing much, Gus. Just a little sleepy. That's all. Well, even though I didn't went to sleep yet, I was like, I guess you could say half asleep. Honestly, I didn't really feel like doing it, but might as well do it since it's Friday, obviously. But yeah, I heard rumors that now Mattel is going back to their old school stuff, which is pretty cool. Since like back in '93 when the Jurassic Parks toys came out, they did very cool like toy adventures, you could say. Like for example, the Dr. Grant rescuing the baby uh, Brachiosaurus from the Velociraptor. Well, it's something similar to that. It's pretty damn cool. I'm kind of glad that Mattel's doing something pretty good. Even though that, yes, I kind of quit on collecting Jurassic Park slash World figures, but at least that they're doing something pretty good. I can't wait in a couple of weeks to see the Monsterverse movie, Godzilla X Kong New Empire. We're seeing a lot of teasers and trailers, like almost every day. Like there's one scene that that Kong's on Godzilla's back for the ride. Um, Kong, and a little bits and pieces of Shimo. Like Shimo is there a little bit, but it's barely though. Yeah, which is pretty interesting. Oh, there's also another dinosaur scientifically accurate company, and one of the figures looks exactly like the prehistoric planet T Rex. I might get it, I hope. There's going to be a new Alien Xenomorph film in August. Interesting. I know this year, I think, yeah, in April, they're going to do like a Sasquatch Bigfoot movie. I wonder how that's going to play out. Obviously, you guys probably saw my community tab. I mean, I'm not into cryptozoology that much, but I'm still gonna see it just because I don't know, because you know they're fake. I don't know. Yeah. So this year as well. So this year, when it comes from movies, it's going to be Godzilla X Kong, maybe the Sasquatch Bigfoot movie, King of the Planet of the Apes, the Deadpool and Wolverine show, or I know that it's not called Deadpool 3, but I'm going to call it Deadpool 3. I don't care. And of course, Sonic 3 and the Lion King prequel. So those are the 6 movies I'm seeing. Yeah, I think that Shimo, they're trying to hide Shimo as a secret, what she's going to look like. And yes, it is confirmed that Shimo is a female, thanks to Goji Center, because we were speculating a lot, and well, Shimo is a female. And even Matthew the Dinosaur King even confirmed it when I did an interview with him. I even heard rumors that they're actually getting along. The director from Minus One and the director who did the MonsterVerse movies, they're actually kind of getting along with each other. They're actually friends and they respect each other. Like, imagine if they worked together, a Minus One and a MonsterVerse movie combined. That would be very interesting. I don't know. You maybe who knows? Maybe Godzilla would fight against I don't know an evil version of Godzilla or something. I don't know. Like it would be cool to see like a Godzilla fight and a pure evil Godzilla. Even though that yeah, Godzilla is supposed to be an evil entity. I get well, he's not evil. He just doesn't know any better. You know, and I do like Godzilla as an anti-hero instead of like a regular hero like in the Showa movies, some of the Showa movies. But Heisei Godzilla, Godzilla 2000, Final Wars Godzilla, and the Monsterverse, they're anti-heroes. They're not pure heroes. They're anti-heroes. So they don't give a fuck, basically. That's the kind of Godzilla I like. As for like giant monsters all of Attack Godzilla and minus one, they're pure evil. I mean, GM wait, giant GMA wait a minute. Giant monsters. Giant. In Giant Monsters All Out of Attack, Godzilla is the pure evil one, which I find pretty interesting that Godzilla's the bad guy and King Ghidorah's the good guy because we all expected King Ghidorah to be the villain, but no, in the 2001 movie, he's the good guy, which I find very weird. That's why I didn't really like it that much, but I can understand why because they were trying to follow like the original Godzilla a little bit. Even minus one Godzilla, they're trying to follow. Yeah. And I even heard that Godzilla minus one won the best award in 2023. That's pretty cool. I find it pretty amazing. Come on, Instagram. I haven't seen Godzilla Earth, but I think Godzilla Earth is evil. Wait, unlike Godzilla Earth, the characters are Mechagodzilla is just a city, and King Ghidorah is just a noodle shape. Yeah, King Ghidorah is just maybe the size of solar system or some shit. Thoughts on Goku SSJ4 versus MUI Goku? Um, for the superheroes series episode, it was a good fight, but we all know that MUI Goku would one shot Super Saiyan 4 Goku, especially Xeno Goku Limit Breaker SS4. But obviously, in general, like GT Goku versus um, MUI Goku from Dragon Ball Super, of course, Goku from Dragon Ball Super would win. Well, MUI Goku obviously would win. Let's see here. What do you like more, DBZ or dinosaurs? Honestly, I mean, dinosaurs, I've been around since, God, I was really little. With Dragon Ball, I've been around since 2010 when I was watching Dragon Ball Kai on the Nicktoons. And then later on, I was into like more and more of Dragon Ball. But honestly, like, it depends on the mood. I guess it depends on what mood. It's like, it depends on the mood what I like. Actually, matter of fact, today I was actually listening to Benjamin Bartlett's soundtrack from the Walking With series, and I was listening to Shishir Kankuchi music a little bit. You know, Kikuchi is either my number one or my second favorite soundtrack, um, Dragon Ball soundtrack um, guy. S- Of course, I like Kenji Yamamoto from the Kai, even though that Kai, um, Yamamoto kind of got in copyright strikes because his soundtracks are played very similar to other movies. So he kind of basically stole them, but it is what it is. Yeah. I was actually thinking about to do like my top 10 saddest paleo documentaries, even Dragon Ball too as well, but I like to do paleo documentaries like the saddest documentary scenes ever. Since a lot of people didn't really do that, I understand that it's nature, but you kind of feel sorry for the character, for their death or losing, I don't know, a parent or a child or vice versa. Yeah. I like Kikuchi, but the songs in DBZ Cooler, yeah, I like them too. I do like some of the rock musics of the American soundtracks, but it's just that, like, as I got older, I preferred Kikuchi because actually it's been 2014 actually. Now I actually like Kikuchi a lot. It's quite a shame really he passed away like almost 3 years ago because of a kidney failure, but his music was so awesome. And also like Benjamin Bartlett, some of his music is kind of calm. It's adventurous, it's exciting, everything about them. That's why Benjamin Bartlett and Shishir Kikuchi are probably my favorite soundtrackers ever, you know? Yeah. I also oh, I also, and it's also pretty interesting that some of Kikuchi's soundtracks are also based on Western style movies, soundtrack movies, which is pretty interesting. Now, imagine I understand they're not going to make a Dragon Ball live action film or a series. God, I hope not, but if they ever did, I hope that they will obviously use the Kikuchi soundtrack, like maybe like a redone version, just like Avatar: The Last Airbender soundtrack. Like yeah, the Avatar: The Last Airbender, were pretty much similar to that. I'm not really a fan of Bruce Falconer, and a lot of fans love Falconer, but for me, I'm not really a fan of Falconer that much. I mean, the only Falconer soundtracks I like are the Super Boo theme, Kid Boo's fighting, the Vegeta themes, like the Hells Bells and the Super Saiyan Vegeta theme, which are personal my favorites. The Perfect Cell theme, which is another one I like. Cell is running, and that's pretty much it. But I'm not a fan of Kikuchi that much. A lot of fans even say that, oh, if you're not a Falconer fan, you're not a true Dragon Ball fan. No, not even close. Can you rank all of the best Dragon Ball seasons to worst to best? You mean arcs or saga? Well, yeah, you mean arcs. It's hard to say, really. I can't pick. Well, hmm. Honestly, I don't have a least favorite. Most sagas have their own problems. Specifically, the Boo saga. The Boo saga has a ton of plot holes and inconsistencies, but honestly, the worst one, in my opinion, is Dragon Ball Super's the Battle of Gods and Resurrection of F arcs, because they are really, really very cringy and annoying. I really wasn't really a fan of them. Seasons like Super Dragon, yeah. Well, it's not seasons; they're just arcs or sagas. Yeah. So when it comes to the sagas, it's the it when it terms to Dragon Ball Super, it's the god damn, it's the Resurrection of F and the universe no, not and the Battle of Gods arcs, because because their movie recaps and their animation style is complete garbage. Like, especially episode 5 of Dragon Ball Super, they were very sloppy, those animators. I like back in the day people made fun of episode 5 of Dragon Ball Super. Um yeah, honestly, I wasn't really a fan of those two arcs in Super. But then it got a little bit better. Um Now in terms of DBZ, I can't choose, but I don't know. Like, they both have their own plot holes, but I'm gonna have to say hmm, maybe the Boo Saga. Even though that, yeah, I do like some parts of the Boo Saga. Like, I do like Super Boo, I do like Kid Boo, I do like Vegito. But the Boo Saga has tons of plot holes and inconsistencies. Not as much as like Super, in my opinion, but the Boo Saga was terrible at times, a little bit. Now, when it comes to GT, the worst out of all of them would have to be either the Super 17 saga or the Black Star Dragon Ball arc or saga or whatever. I do like the Baby Saga, even though that the Baby Saga and the Black Star Dragon Ball arc, they're kind of the same saga. Same with the Super 17 Shadow Dragon arc, but you could call it's up to you really. But for me, the universe, the goddamn, I can't barely talk. The Dark Star Dragon Ball saga was garbage. You know. As for the best arcs, well, that's a hard question. Oh yeah, and I also forgot, and I also do like in the Buu saga the speech that Vegeta did. Like, he finally thinks that Goku's number one, even though that, yeah, in Dragon Ball Super it felt like they retcon it because Vegeta feels like he's acting like his Android Saga counterpart, which I didn't even like. Of Dragon Ball Super, but it's whatever. Oh boy. Um that's a really hard question. Um I'm going to have to say head head chala or chala head chala. Even though that yeah, I did like the Kai soundtrack and that's how I got into Dragon Ball, because of Dragon Ball Kai, but I like the Chala Head Chala. It's one of my favorite soundtracks ever. And I also like the Dragon Ball GT soundtrack. Um, Dang Dang, I think that's what it's called. Dang Dang, yeah, and then Kai after that. So those are like my three favorites. Chala Head Chala, the GT soundtrack from the Japanese, of course, and of course the Kai opening soundtrack. Yeah, unless if you count like the soundtracks, because man, I have a lot of favorite soundtracks, so I can't pick, so I can't choose. Yeah, yeah. And when it comes to my favorite closing or ending soundtrack, it has to be the GT ending soundtrack. Well, the GT ending 4. It's pretty cool. And then after that is the DBZ Boo Saga soundtrack called Angel. Angel, 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 Angel. Ah, no, I used to play that music when I was in high school and when I was riding my bike years ago. Thoughts on the Dragon Ball Z English dub and the Mexican dub and the subs? Wait, on the dub. Okay, I never read. I never watched the Mexican dub, but okay. So back in the day, Funimation didn't really give a fuck about their dub scripts. So honestly, the Japanese soundtrack, well, voices from Dragon Ball Z are much superior and much better than the stupid goddamn dub voices. Like for example, and I even made a rant about this. Like the stupid dub changes that they did at the time was very fucking annoying. It's okay. Like it was really fucking annoying that that I forget what they said, but well, oh, like the dub change of like Kamehameha, it's supposed to be Kamehameha or Kaioken. No, it's Kaioken. Kaioken is a correct term. Kaioken just sounds like really fucking like retarded. Sorry for my language, but it's the god honest fucking truth. Um, what else is there besides um? What else did they said? The script was all over the place back in the day. It was all over the place. The problem with me watching the Japanese though is that I can't read really fast. I have to pause to read and then pause to read again. I am not the best at reading when it comes to like watching Japanese films. Even when I was in Godzilla minus one in theaters, I had a hard time reading a little bit. I I am not the best reader, but I know that the Japanese soundtrack is superior than their English dub back, at the time. Now, when it comes to Dragon Ball Kai, the Dragon Ball Kai dub is much better than the DBZ dub because they follow the script and they want to be more accurate as possible, which they did. And that's why I love Kai than Dragon Ball Super. I mean, not well, then DBZ. You know, I mean, even in interviews, Sean Shamel said that he sounds much better. Christopher Sabat, Justin Cook, Damian Clark, probably. A lot of people did not like their original dub scripts from back in the day when they did Dragon Ball Z. And even in Dragon Ball, and probably even, oh yeah, and Dragon Ball GT, which GT had the worst dub script ever by Funimation at the time. GT had the worst dub. That's why a lot of fans don't like GT because of the dub script. It's garbage. Yeah. So, did you see so Tony Montana, did you see these new figures that are coming out? They're actually really awesome. There's a T-Rex figure and a Triceratops figure, and the T-Rex figure looks like the prehistoric planet Tyrannosaurus. It looks pretty cool. I forget the company that they did. Oh, and speaking of which, Marco Toy Mix just made a Walking with Dinosaurs Dromaeosaur figure, and that's pretty dope. I hope he'll release he'll draw well not draw but he'll make the Walking with Dinosaurs T-Rex because I need that figure so bad. I need to get a Walking with Dinosaurs T-Rex figure. Yeah. I also want to get the Dreadnoughtus figure from Collect Day, but unfortunately, it's not showing up. I heard that in March or April it's going to show up, but I don't know why they can't just release it now. But yeah. My nose. I like to show you my figures whenever you can let us in. I mean, I guess. Who knows? Maybe Barry can show up. If that's okay with him. But you guys are welcome too. I hope Calvin the Carnotaurus shows up. Because Calvin the Carnotaurus is pretty cool. Oh, I didn't know if I did see those. Yeah, it's on Andy's Dinosaur Toy Review. It was also on my friend's Facebook as well, like a while back, but yeah. Hello.
Hey, I can't hear you right now. Just give me a minute. Hello?
Hello. Oh,
Hi.
I can hear you.
Fuck. Hello?
I can hear Dino Diego.
Oh.
And I can hear you.
There we go. I can hear you now. I can hear you now.
Yeah, I know.
Mm-hmm.
So, as I said before, I'd like you to introduce my first ever figure from February, known as
Shimu.
I thought you were keeping that figure a secret after the movie.
Well, I changed my mind really. I thought I got it for Easter, but why not give it last month, which was February?
I for some reason I don't like when they release figures way too soon when the movie comes out because it's kind of spoiler alert territory a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Like for example, Mecha Godzilla, you know, when they did Godzilla versus Kong. Or even like when I worked at Walmart, they have the Indoraptor figure. Well, even though I worked at Walmart, but they had an Indoraptor figure and I got it
Oh yeah, I
at the
remember that.
time. Yeah.
You know, I still
Well,
have the figure.
yeah. I have two of them. Two of
Only
them. One that
one.
roars and the other one that like it's like one of those like stop motion type toys.
The Puzzable Interrupter.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
like
that's the one
standing
I
up
have.
on the box or whatever.
Yeah, that's the one I have.
Yeah. I can't wait to get rid of them. And I also heard that Colin Trevorrow left the franchise.
Oh, good.
Yeah, someone's taking over. I forget his name, but he was the director in the original franchise, not Steven Spielberg, but he was like another director or a producer or whatever at the time. And he was also in The Lost World when he was trying to open the door, but the bull T-Rex got him.
Oh.
The guy with the ponytail. Oh, nice Predator figure.
Thank you
That's
very
cool.
much.
That's a cool looking Predator. I like it.
Yeah, I just
What
got it
company is
today.
that?
It's the Royal Subjects.
Oh.
Huh.
I hope SH Monster Arts does a Shimo figure, which they probably will.
Yeah, I can't talk right now. I was just talking about that too. I hope they do that.
Even though that I am aware that SH Monster Arts is expensive as hell because of the time and detail for it, but it is what it is. You know, but I still support them. But obviously, I'm not those kind of people that opens the boxes anymore. I don't do that shit when it comes to SH Monster Arts because, well,
They're
I
very
like to keep.
fragile.
Yeah, well, they're not just that, but someday, like when I'm older, I might sell them.
Ah, good choice. Make
Yeah.
good money with those figures.
Yeah, I have like four of them. I have the original Godzilla figure that they did. I think it was based on 1994 Heisei era. And then I got the limited edition that looks like Godzilla 2000, but with the great dorsal plates. I got it at Barnes and Nobles at the time. And then I got Fire Godzilla.
Burning
Uh,
Godzilla?
yeah, Burning Godzilla from SH Monster Arts. Well, yeah, the from 2019.
Oh.
And then Godzilla from Godzilla vs Kong. And
Ooh.
I think that's it. Oh, and I got the NECA figures too. And it's quite a shame that NECA doesn't work for Godzilla anymore.
Yeah, that's kind of a shame. Some of their figures look pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly. They look very like they look like SH Monster Arts but cheaper, which is
Hmm.
a good thing. Also, Mattel figures were saying that you thought they were good earlier. Well, they are good. You know, they're good. It's just that like I'm done with the Jurassic franchise. That's all. Like, but anyways, but I'm kind of glad. Oh, yeah. I remember. I'm glad that like they're bringing back like the old school Jurassic Park style toys from like way back in the day, from back in 1993. Like when they were trying to save the Here, I'll show you guys what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot. They're actually gonna make another 93 collection pack with Dennis Nedry and a raptor.
Yeah, exactly. It was like that. I know that yes, it's a fan service kind of toy, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Have you seen the Dennis Nedry figure? Man, he is jacked.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, this doesn't make any sense. The original Kenner toys, they never have Nedry all jacked. He was a really fat guy.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
that's not how Dennis Nedry would be. He's not a motorcyclist that chases after dinosaurs.
Well, at least the raptor looks cool. A nice callback to the
Yeah,
Yak Attack figure.
yeah. So I do appreciate Mattel doing them, basing off of the 93 toys from like way back in the day.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
this is the Triceratops figure I was talking about, Tony Montana.
Oh, yeah, I seen that on Andy's dinosaur reviews. He did a whole
And
thing
then
about it.
oh, here's a Mosasaur, which is pretty cool.
Personally, I like the T Rex more.
Yeah, I want to get the T-Rex, even though I have a shit ton of T-Rex figures.
Yeah, you know what? I would love to get that T Rex. I mean, it looks so cool.
Yeah, it has that prehistoric planet like style ish a little bit.
Yeah, it does kind of.
Yeah, that's why I want it so freaking bad. I also and I was actually a little bit thinking about to get the Beasts of the Mesozoic like painted versions, and that way like I can paint my own T-Rexes. The only problem is that I am not a professional painter, an artist painter, so I would have to hire someone to do it for me. Like for example, if I got the big one, the big T-Rex figure, I want the big one to resemble the Walking with Dinosaurs Beasts of the Mesozoic T-Rex. That would be so cool to see a big Walking with Dinosaurs T-Rex figure by Beasts of the Mesozoic. That would be so freaking cool.
Huh. That would be
Um,
cool.
I really want the Hammond Collection T-Rex, but that's $70.
Those guys are called Recore. Recore.
Recore.
They are pretty awesome. And yeah, they are. They are pretty cool. That's why I really want to get them so freaking bad. I hope that those figures will be released on happyhentoys.com. Let's hope. If not, you can always try Amazon. Well, yeah. The Amontosaurus figure, it's coming out till, well, for me, I just ordered it back in February, but apparently it's coming out till April. I don't know why my figure is coming out like till freaking April, but it is what it is. Kind of a spoiler, by the way, what I'm getting, but it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
That way I can do a project too. Oh yeah, Dino Diego, you saw my Dryptosaurus figure, right?
Your Dryptosaurus.
Dryptosaurus.
Nope, I did not say that.
I thought you did. I got it for Christmas.
No, I didn't see that figure.
Oh. Well, the Dryptosaurus is pretty cool.
All right.
I hope one day someone will do a Dryptosaurus besides Beast of the Mesozoic. Because after all, it's New Jersey's Tyrannosaur, which I'm from.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, and I think it was the first theropod in North America to be found. Yeah. Yeah, in 4 weeks, Godzilla and Kong New Empire. That I'm actually excited. Are you guys excited?
Yes.
Indeed.
Yeah. I saw in the trailer or in the teaser or whatever, like Kong's on Godzilla's back.
He
No,
is?
that's a TV spot. That's just a TV spot they called Godzilla X Kong: The New Kingdom. Warner Brothers released it.
I thought it's called New Empire.
Well, yeah, it's for the movie itself, New Empire, but the video title is The New Kingdom, if you haven't seen that TV spot yet.
Oh, that's weird. I wish that it shouldn't be called Godzilla X Kong because it sounds like they're having sex. You know, Godzilla, X Kong. That it's just weird, but
Oh, yeah,
you know
that
what
does seem weird.
I mean? Like, it
Yeah,
should be called Godzilla and Kong. Yeah, it should be called Godzilla and Kong New Empire or whatever, or New whatever.
I wasn't bothered at
Not
first, but
X-Con.
now when you say it, yeesh, I'm a little concerned.
Yeah, like it sounds like a sexual term, like a sexual preference or whatever.
It
Yeah.
sounds like people are going to see a very weird sex tape or something.
Adam Wingard confirmed
Yeah.
that Adam Wingard confirmed that it's not. It doesn't mean everything. Like Godzilla and Kong love each other. They just
Yeah.
mean for something else. The director confirmed it.
I know, but it's like I know that, but it sounds like, it's a sexual preference, but because, some people are going to make sex jokes.
Yeah, they would.
Yeah.
I know that's
Sometimes I even make sex jokes in some paleo art.
why
You
is
do?
and why does the new red villain Scar King named Scar King? It should have been King Scar, not Scar King.
King Scar just sounds weird. I think Scar King, I don't mind that.
Yeah, I kind of like Scar King more. It's a much more recognizable name.
Yeah. I can't wait for his backstory too.
And I really can't wait for Shimo's full design.
Yeah. And also Godzilla's like new evolution, because his dorsal plates remind me of Godzilla 2000 a little bit. which was one of my favorite Godzillas at the time before the 2014 film came out. I also hope they bring back Godzilla's roar, like Godzilla's combination roar from King of the Monsters. Like in King of the Monsters, Godzilla sounded like the MonsterVerse Godzilla and the Toho Godzilla combined. I hope they do that again.
Maybe.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I love that. I like that they did like a combination of 1954 Godzilla and the legendary Godzilla. It's kind of cool.
And also accompanied by the original theme song.
Yeah, exactly.
That was so
You know,
nostalgic.
exactly. I like they brought it back.
Mm.
I know that yes, it's sort of like I guess a fan service thing, but it's nostalgia. It's Godzilla.
It is
You
what it
know,
is.
yeah. I even heard that the directors actually respect each other. Godzilla minus one director and the MonsterVerse director. Like imagine like if they both worked together. That would be pretty cool.
That would be something.
And
Yeah.
you know what's also cool? You know what's also cool? What if Shimo does this? She rears up like a kangaroo.
Maybe Shima will do that.
Yeah, for like an epic roar scene.
Yeah. Or maybe when she tries to pin down Godzilla, or maybe I don't know, maybe she'll turn on Scar King. Because I heard rumors that Scar King is like possessing Shimo, and he's like patrol yeah, possessing her, like telling
And
her what to do or whatever. Like maybe like he's making Shimo like a slave or something. I don't know, or like his pet.
I think more like a pet.
Maybe, but who knows? Who knows?
and in Goji Center theory, if she stomps, she'll make a really large ice age, like freeze the ground.
Yeah, there's been
Hmm.
rumors on that. You know that Shimo's going to turn everything into ice, of course. Um,
That would be cool.
the thing is that Scar King doesn't have too much abilities though, other than that whip. Like I was expecting him to like absorb Godzilla's energy and like use it on Kong or whatever.
Oh, because of the whole blue eye thing?
Yeah, or something like that. That would be cool to see, you know, an ape that steals Godzilla, like an evil version of Kong who takes Godzilla's energy or absorbs Godzilla's energy, no pun intended. Um that way he could like use it on Godzilla and Kong. Kind of like in some of the Dragon Ball characters like Moro for example. Or something. Yeah. And obviously, I don't think that he's not the same species as Kong. Maybe he's like one of those like ancient Kongs before the Kongs fought against the Godzillas or whatever.
Maybe.
Because he looks like a very scrawny looking kaiju ape.
Or in this case, kaiju orangutan.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
orangutans are apes,
mm,
but you know what I mean.
yeah.
And I was speculating that that thing that he has, and then like when Kong like and when it hits Kong's fingers, I feel like his fingers are gonna come off. I have a feeling that Kong's fingers are gonna come off, and he's gonna use that glove.
Mm.
You know, there's been a lot of details in the second trailer. Like, we all know that Scar King pulled his bone chain on Kong's hand, and then you could see tiny blood on his hands.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying. That's what I'm trying to say. Kong might lose part of his fingers from that whip or whatever, and then when Scar King pulls back, we see Kong scream like a son of a bitch, and I think he's gonna lose his fingers. Either that, or Shima's gonna turn some of his fingers into like frostbite or whatever for a bit, and Kong has to use that glove. I don't know. Yeah, so I can't wait till it comes out. Like 4 weeks. 4 weeks is kind of long, of course, but it's still there.
Mhm. I might ask my girlfriend if she's gonna be Team Godzilla and Team Kong. I don't know.
I heard that they're gonna fight a little bit because one of the characters says that they may not get along with each other, but they still need to team up.
Yeah, they don't have to like each other. They just have to work together. That's what
Yeah,
they.
yeah, that's the line. That's the line. Yeah.
Personally, I'm on Team Godzilla.
Personally, I'm mostly a Godzilla fan, but I like both.
Yeah, I
Both
like
Kong
both
and Godzilla. But
Team
obviously I'm
Godzilla
a Godzilla fan.
and Team Kong.
Um I hope that I don't know. I'd also like how we see Kong in the trailer like punching Scar King, and then his tooth gets knocked out.
Yeah, I kind of find it funny.
Yeah. And I'm like, holy shit. He knocked out Scar King with knife through butter. But
Yeah,
it's not out yet. Well, obviously that it's not gonna be a lot though. Like Scar King's still gonna kick Kong's ass a bit, or Kong's gonna, still gonna fight.
and you could see how when before he was gonna punch Scar King, you could see Scar King was grabbing Suko.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, Suko. I was actually like, I think I told you guys, I always thought that Suko was Scar King. Like, I thought that like maybe he could, I don't know, disguise himself, and then like he could transform into Suko, and then Kong's like, holy shit. Like in the Godzilla comic book in Godzilla in Hell, like Godzilla sees like this weird creature who dresses up as like Godzilla, and then and then this creature like swallows Godzilla up, and then he sends him all the way to hell again or whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
No.
Okay, you never read the comic book Godzilla in Hell?
Nope.
Okay. So it's about like Godzilla goes to hell and he faces like a bunch of monsters. One of the monsters actually is disguising Godzilla. Godzilla like sniffs at it. He's just very curious. And then like you see him like his mouth exploding and then splitting, and then he swallows Godzilla.
Oh God.
Yeah. And I was thinking like maybe Godzilla could not Godzilla, like Scar King would disguise um Suko, and then the baby ape Kong like transforms into Scar King, and then Kong's like, holy shit.
Well, that'd just be disturbing.
Yeah. But obviously no, it's not gonna happen. Suko is the baby Kong is Suko.
Which I'm kind of glad they're not going to do that. It's like,
I know, but it would be so creepy though, but cool at the same time.
ugh. Yeah, I guess. So it would just
And
be
I
the
also like how there's a bunch of Kong, so Kong found more of his kind.
which I'm glad he's not the only one.
Yeah. And also the dog creature,
Yes.
he's gonna be in it. I heard that Mothra is gonna be in the movie too,
Yeah.
but there's no toy figures of Mothra. That's the problem.
Hmm.
Oh,
At least when I heard that they're saying Mothra is gonna be in it.
I think there might have been a little leak that showed Mothra, but I don't know.
Yeah, they showed a little bit of Mothra.
Yeah, at first I didn't believe it. I thought it was just some extra merchandising.
Maybe, but who knows?
Yeah, that whole thing just reminded me of that Spinosaurus thing, where they had a little Spinosaurus minifigure for Dominion.
Really?
Yeah, they actually had like a goose skeleton of a Spinosaurus for Dominion and the little minifigure that
I
people
didn't
thought
know.
the Spinosaurus was in Dominion.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they just assumed it was in it, but I already know it's not gonna. Spinosaurus was not gonna be in Dominion. I mean, just those two
I
little merchandising. Come
I
on.
know that there's a bunch of Easter egg toys in the Jurassic World toys, like when the Indominus Rex and the T Rex fight each other with Blue. You see like some of the old school Jurassic Park toys, like the bull T Rexes in the gift shop. Also, if we go to Fallen Kingdom, we see the shitty Jurassic World toys from 2016
Oh yeah, and that old Hasbro Allosaurus figure from Jurassic Park.
and the Hasbro T Rex. That it's very annoying.
Yeah, but it's kind of funny that it's there.
I know because Hasbro sucks when it comes to their Jurassic World shit.
Oh yeah, they also added the Chapmate T Rex too.
The what?
The Chapmate Tyrannosaur. You know
The
that
chap
big T Rex that's something like Godzilla?
is that's the bull T Rex, right?
No, I meant like the the big Chapmate T Rex that's in like Godzilla. Oh
Like it has the Godzilla pose, right?
no, it just sounds like Godzilla.
Oh, oh, I think so.
Yeah, that big bumpy T Rex from those Animal Planet toys.
Oh yeah, yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about. I think it was in there with the other toys.
There's a lot of T Rex toys that they use in Godzilla sounds. I even
Yeah,
have a
I used to
Godzilla.
remember having one T Rex toy that sounds like Godzilla when you press a button, like kind of repeats it.
Yeah, I did too. I also remember when I was a kid, I used to have, well, when I was in middle school, I had a dinosaur alarm clock, but it had Godzilla sound.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, but I got rid of it. I gave it to a pawn shop because I didn't really like it.
you know what's also cool is that Shimo has a Thagomizer.
Yeah, I like that.
But it's
Shimo's
really.
gonna use that Thagomizer to hit Godzilla, probably.
Hmm. Are you
Yeah.
sure? Because the tail's kind of small,
Well, she might turn around and like hit.
but she's got ginormous forearms.
Well, maybe she might use another weapon. Maybe like I don't know, Godzilla pins her to the ground and then she uses her massive tail to hit him.
Hmm, yeah, that could be it.
Or maybe she might use it to hit Kong.
Maybe.
We'll have to see. Yeah. Also, Barry, if you want to show up, you can show up if you want. I don't mind. It's nice to have new people into my live stream. Um, Yeah, I can't believe that that Kenny or Jess or whatever the name is, you know, she's gonna be charged. And
Really?
so because she's been harassing me, Jukebox Films, and Eric a lot.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I kind of forgot the whole Kenny debacle you guys had.
Yeah. Oh my God, she wouldn't stop calling us.
Damn, she is one clingy ass bitch.
Oh yes, yes. Not to mention, she was so obsessed with Eric, she wants to have sex with him so bad.
Wow, that is one desperate fat bitch.
Yeah, and she is a fat bitch. She literally looks like a whale.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Eric told me was asking me about Dino King 213. What happened to him?
Who?
He just
Dino
changed. He's never coming back on YouTube. He just deleted his channel.
That's weird.
I don't know
I
who
know
that
that
is.
I know that oh, well, years ago there was a YouTuber that used to come onto my channel. His name was Dino King 213. He used to be friends with LBT 75. Um Something happened to him. I have no idea what happened to him, but unfortunately he deleted his channel.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
And he's just a kid in our book, but I know that, but he's still a kid. I don't know.
I mean, he's probably like 17 now at this point because it was like 3 years ago. He was like 14 or 15 at the time. So he would have been 17 now. Maybe, yeah, maybe 17. But
I
I
I mean
mean, he was cool with me. He was pretty cool with me. He was a bit over the top though, but he was still pretty cool with me.
I know his birthday was February 13th, so he's
Oh,
18 now.
yeah. So he probably is 17.
No, he's 18 now.
Oh, he's 18. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. So, yeah, so he's 18.
I still miss him. I can't believe he betrayed me and calling me something cringe. No, he's just a hypocrite. I'm sorry, but I don't know.
What do you
He
mean?
called he called you something cringe?
He thinks that my videos are cringe at the time.
I heard that him and Atheist Jr. had a fight one time because well, this was on Discord and apparently Dino King said, well, AJ said that Dino King's a racist because he said the N-word. I wasn't there. I wasn't really there, so I have no idea. So I wasn't even there. And thank God I don't have Discord because I am not a Discord kind of guy. Discord has drama. Delta the Velociraptor, I want to be on his channel again because Delta's pretty cool and he did a live stream. I was trying to ask questions on his live stream, but he didn't pick up my questions, which that was weird.
Maybe there were a lot of YouTubers asking him questions.
Wait, what did you say?
That there were a lot of YouTubers asking him questions. That
No,
he
there
couldn't.
wasn't a lot of YouTubers.
There wasn't.
There was
Hmm.
barely.
Oh,
I don't know. Maybe his YouTube channel doesn't work. I don't know. I think he's been on my channel one time. I can't remember. But he is a pretty cool guy.
I
I,
agree.
rem- I remember me and him reviewed Prehistoric Predators. Matter of fact, we were actually the first ones to review it before Red Raptor Rights reviewed it. And at the time, of course, it was my name, which I'm not going to say my name because, well,
Yeah, why
because
bother?
I don't like to give people my name anymore. That's why I changed my name to Tyrannotherium. Some of you
Mm.
guys obviously know, some of you don't. So, yeah.
Yeah, why bother Ethereum? I bet some of your old names are in your older live streams,
Yeah.
so people
Yeah, but
are gonna find out.
yeah, but this was at the time, like for example, Eric Vierfaller, you know, since I know him, but and his last name is Vierfaller.
Hmm.
It should have been called his last name. Well, his YouTube channel should have been called Eric92 or Eric V92. And with my name Tyrannotherium, I just randomly chose it. Besides, the name is kind of cool, Tyrant Beast. Unless if someone finds like another like beast like animal, and if they named it Tyrannotherium, I'm gonna change it to something else, like Tyrannosuchus.
Tyrannosuchus.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I was actually going to do like my own future animals, like from the future is wild kind of animals. And one of my creatures is called Tyrannosuchus. And it's basically like it's a saltwater alligator that spends more half terrestrial, but also spend its time in the water.
But where's the Tyrannosaur part?
Well, it's called Tyrannosuchus. Tyrannosuchus means terrible. It would be called terrible crocodile because suchus means crocodile.
But wouldn't you just make it the size of a Tyrannosaur?
Um, it would be the size of a little. It would be like
I mean, it would make sense given the
nah.
Tyrannosaur.
It would be like 25 feet long. So it would be like a little bit larger than a saltwater crocodile.
I guess.
But still like a 25-foot long terrestrial like crocodilian, that's terrifying still.
Mm,
It's still terrifying. And still like a smaller animal is still agile, like a 40-foot long, crocodilian is not agile enough to catch prey animals, at least not that I know of. Yeah. Yeah, so it's like half terrestrial and half semi-aquatic, mostly a little bit of terrestrial. And
so
another animal, actually, a friend of mine actually drew this, which is called the otter cat or water cat or whatever I think it was called, and it hunts a mud skipper shark.
a mud skipper shark?
Yeah,
That's
mud skipper
hilarious.
sharks spend a lot of time on land and they eat seaweed, and the otter cat or whatever it's called kills a hunts the mud skipper shark. And another animal is called, it's a horse, but it's called elephant horse. Or in this case, it's called the elephant mustangs. Like imagine a like a wild mustang, but it's the size of an elephant.
A horse a size of an elephant?
Yeah,
Hmm.
that would be cool.
Would this be called a horsephant?
No, it would be called elephant horse
Oh.
because it's the size of an elephant.
Hmm.
But it weighs less than an elephant, but in terms of height, it's the size of an elephant.
All right, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, and they would live in like a like more of a open plains, like obviously like modern Mustangs would do, but more of a colder climate. So they would have thick fur and they would be big.
So these will just be like what happens if you cross a mammoth with a horse.
Sort of something like that, but they would not have like thick coats, but their coats would be still thick.
Would they have tusks though?
No, again, they're just horses, but the size of elephants.
So just plain big horses.
Yeah, plain big horses that are the size of elephants.
Personally, the Futurist Wild has much more creative liberties with their creatures.
I know, but for me, it's kind of something like kind of different.
Yeah.
Like I don't try to make it like over the top. Also, there would be a little bit of sexual dimorphism with the elephant horse, like for example, like females would be brown and stallions would be well, stallions would be black, but they would be a rare occasion. But the black specimens would be more dominant than the other stallions. The normal stallions would be more of a like a chestnut color, and the mares would be like a actually no, the mares would be more of a chestnut. The regular stallions would be more like a like a bay roan kind of color, or no, a palomino. Palomino. I know you guys don't know too much about horses like patterns, but yeah. Yeah, so it'd be like lions, like for example, like with lions they have like females like black maned males, but with the elephant horses, the black stallions, the mares would be obsessed with the black stallion than the palomino specimens.
And you know what predator they should? You know what kind of future predator it would be?
What?
I think I'll call these zebra panthers.
Zebra panthers?
Yeah, human-sized panther-like creatures with zebra stripes.
Interesting.
Yeah, they'll be the size of a human. And they
Do
would,
they walk on two legs like a
no,
human?
no, they're just the size of a human. Like they're about the level you can stare right at them. I meant
Interesting.
not on two legs. And they're pack hunters. They hunt in coordinated packs like wolves.
Interesting.
And what else? They're very agile. They can climb up trees, and they're exquisite pouncers.
I wonder what they would be related to.
The regular panthers.
So they would be related to like leopards and jaguars and
Yeah, it'll be something like that, but with zebra stripes.
interesting.
And they would also have a fiery green glow to their eyes in the night.
Huh.
And there'll be sexual dimorphisms. Males would be much more larger and bulkier, while females are much more lean and thin.
That's all cats anyway.
Yeah. And males are much more solitary. They would mostly some males will usually hunt alone, while others will usually hunt in packs to bring down larger prey, like the horse elephant or horse elephant.
Wait, my creatures or your own creatures?
Well, both of our creatures.
Oh.
And I've seen a scenario where a pack of my futuristic creatures hunts down your herbivorous horse elephant.
Yeah, elephant horse. Or elephant mustang. Yeah.
Yeah, elephant mustang.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously they would not target the large black stallions because
no, they wouldn't. They would target the much more weaker offspring and weaker males.
Yeah. And and even mares too.
Yeah, yeah, they will mostly target the mares. They're much more vulnerable,
Well, the young too.
and the young.
Yeah. But obviously, like if there was a hypothetic injured stallion, then of course that those
Yeah,
pack
they
animals,
would. Oh yeah,
yeah,
they
they,
would pounce on the. They would like full swarm on the injured one, like a pack of hyenas taking out prey.
yeah. I wonder if they would have saber teeth.
Actually, no, they wouldn't have saber teeth.
Well, then again, I mean, I know that there's reports on cougars that have been known to hunt horses.
But they do have large thumb claws.
Oh, so they have like a yeah thumb
Yeah, it's
claws that
yeah,
would pin
basically
down the
kind of
horse.
yeah, basically kind of like a megaraptor sort of thing, but
Oh,
not too
that's
big. Mostly like the size of like a banana.
interesting. And
Yeah.
obviously, they would kill by biting through the throat of the elephant horse.
No, first they would pounce on it using their large claws to slash at their victims, injuring it. They would it would make them blood loss,
Hmm.
and they would keep repeating it until it dies, or something like that.
Hmm. I know that there are some cats that are the size of humans in terms of weight. Sometimes leopards and cougars, but there are some large specimens out there that are like 200 pounds. And obviously, like I'm 270 something.
Yeah,
Yeah. But I mean, but those cats are like the size of like an average human size, right?
yeah, they're like the size of a human.
By average, not like a large human like me, for example.
No, no, the height. Oh, I mentioned height. They're like the height of a human.
Oh, I thought like weight of a human.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I meant like height, like the same size as a human, like the height.
Okay. And what about in terms of weight?
Um, I guess the same weight as a human,
Interesting.
and and I don't think they can climb up trees, so they will live in caves, like cave lions.
Interesting.
They like to decorate their caves with leftover remains and bones. They like to keep the bones for bits of bone marrow inside the bones.
Yeah. Yeah, and obviously in terms of sexual dimorphism, the elephant horse, stallions would be the size of bull elephants, but they would be around like 4 tons, while the mares would be around up to 2 to 3 tons,
Hmm.
and almost
For your elephant horse, you should give them like pad feet like an elephant.
nah. I wouldn't go that far because they're still gracile animals.
Hmm.
They still need to run
Oh
when
yeah,
they're
good point.
yeah, and
But
since they're wild horses,
they're still big animals, so
they are, and they almost look like they'll be like draft horses. Oh, that's another thing too. They would have feathers like some of the draft horses, like Clydesdales and um a- and Shire horses. So pretty much that. Imagine like a Shire horse, but that's the size of an elephant. Even though that Shire horses are one of the biggest horses in the whole wide world. I mean, they're 2,000 pounds and 18 hands high or more.
wait, which kind of horses? The ones with those big scruffled beards and those hairy foot leggings?
Yeah, but
Oh
those are
yeah.
Clydesdales. Yeah,
Oh, I like those horses. They're so
yeah,
big and fearsome. I love them.
yeah. But it's like imagine like an evolved version of a Mustang, but with like those feathers like Shire horses and Clydesdales have.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah,
For like an old male, you should just give him like a big beard. So like
yeah,
age.
something like that. Like maybe like an old
I
stallion.
mean, some horses could have beards.
Yeah, Yeah, Clydesdales have them. Yeah, so and also when they're aged, when they're not in their prime anymore, old stallions have beards like Clydesdales would. While in their prime, they don't have beards.
No,
As for mares, mares don't have
because they're
beards.
females.
What?
Oh, nothing.
Well, mare is a female horse.
Oh, yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. So that's pretty much it.
I think their environment should be like a snowy environment.
Yeah, it would be like a snowy, but still like the plains of North America. It would be open plains still, but very snow.
Yeah.
And obviously, your cats would have a very thick coat.
Oh, yeah, they would. They have like a snow leopard style coat, but they do shed them in the spring.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, Gus, uh, um, the future is wild is not really awesome, bro. It's just basically a what if scenario documentary, you could say, on what if there, 5 million years in the future, what would it like? What would the animals be like if we went extinct?
Hmm.
Something like that. That's why I love The Future is Wild. Matter of fact, there was even before that, there was also a this book called the After Man, and it's a book. There
Oh,
was a
yeah,
book,
I've seen that. They actually made
and
a
there was
stop motion
also
movie on.
yeah, and there was also a documentary, a Japanese
Yeah,
documentary.
that's what I was talking about.
Yeah. So it's
I
like
actually really like
imagine
that
that.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is your favorite design from The Future is Wild? Personally, my favorite was the Snow Stalker.
Me
That
too. I love the Snow Stalker.
I like Ganon whales.
But it's like imagine like a saber tooth Wolverine.
that would
That
actually be
would
pretty cool.
that would be insane.
Plus, the jump scares was kind of scary. It felt so real.
Yeah, I know, and it was attacking the shag rat and shit. It also kind of reminds me of an of a scene that I wanted to do of my own project of like my own figure projects of a Pachyrhinosaurus that's separated from the herd, and you see like a Nanosaurus hunting the separated Pachyrhinosaurus, and it jumps out and attacks the Pachyrhino.
Oh, yeah, that would be very similar.
Yeah, and then like the Snow Stalker, the Pachyrhinosaurus bleeds to death, and the Nanosaurus follows the blood of the Pachyrhino.
Hmm.
Hey LBT, surprise everyone! I needed to take a huge break on YouTube, and now I am back for good. Oh, interesting. I also, before I forget, do you think you're going to watch the new Megamind? I have no idea. I'm not really a fan of Megamind that much. Someone's calling me.
Ooh, I bet it's Kenny.
Hello?
Batman, such a sad man. Things are different enough. Then you wouldn't want a new man. Say, what a Batman, when a Batman, when a different.
Okay, I'm back, everyone. It was just a friend of mine.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Sorry if yeah, sorry about that. Working on your American line. Oh, that's cool, LBT. Life always finds a way.
Interesting. An
Life finds a
American
way.
lion. Hmm.
Yeah, I can't wait because the American lion is my favorite prehistoric cat. And obviously, you guys should know I have an American lion skull.
Do you did you
From
got it from your? Do you still have it from your parents' house?
Of course I do. I mean, well, it's not at my parents' house. It's actually at my house now.
Oh, that's
All of
cool.
my fossil replicas are at my house. All of my dinosaur figures are at my house. The only thing that's at my parents' house still is is my Jurassic Park figures and my Godzilla figures, and that's pretty much it. Yeah. I went out for a long walk and I had a fun time going for a long walk. Oh, interesting.
Oh, that's nice.
The new Megamind sequel is actually going to be universally played. Uh, that doesn't surprise me. I mean, I think I remember watching Megamind way back in the day. It's just that I'm not really a fan of some of the DreamWorks movies that much.
Me
Like,
too.
no offense if you guys are,
Oh no, that's fine.
I just
DreamWorks could
don't have
have
the
some
time.
bits of
But
bad.
I did like the Puss in Boots one, the new one, and I did like the Bad Guy movie, and I'm trying to think what else.
How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah, I do like the How You Train Your Dragon franchise, the Shrek franchise. Although some of the Shrek movies are garbage, some of them, not all of
Mostly
them.
the third and maybe the fourth.
The third I hated. I did not like the third one.
It was a
Fourth one,
nightmare.
Fine, buddy. Everybody hates the third movie.
the third one was all right. The fourth one I was all right. The third one was garbage.
I kind of like the fourth one, even though it was just a Wonderful Life, but with Shrek. I still kind of like it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that movie reminds me of me because I really want to go back to the way they used to be, but it is what it is.
Yeah,
yeah.
what can you do?
My favorite is either the first one or the second one. Probably the second one because the second one had more story, I guess,
I like both. Both
and
Shrek
new
movies.
characters as well. Can't wait for Godzilla X Kong as well as Kung Fu Panda 4. Yeah, Kung Fu Panda 4, it looks pretty good. I'm probably not going to see it. Even though I do like Kung Fu Panda, I just have other things to see. You know?
I'm actually going to see it, even though I stopped liking DreamWorks.
Yeah. I still have for DreamWorks, even though some of the movies are
I
not.
think I remember back in the day, I used to watch Kung Fu Panda, the first one, in theaters. I think I did, like back in 2008. And I love Kung Fu Panda. Matter of fact, I do like the second, the third. The first one and the second one. The third one was pretty good, and it was all right. It's just that I didn't like the villain.
Kai.
Yeah, Kai. I don't know. Kai was too clownish.
Personally, I like the second one because of Lord Shen. He is such a badass. I just love it.
Yeah, and Shin is such a cowardly prick. Like he's literally a prick because, and a coward because, he is scared that the warrior in white is going to defeat him. Tai Long is my favorite villain, and it's not just because he's a snow leopard; it's because of his backstory.
That goes to the other characters who are sympathetic.
Not as much as Tai Long is. Tai Long's more of a sympathetic character, in my opinion.
Yeah, I
Uh,
thought there's a bad person Tai Long.
the Shin is more of a cowardly type character,
He's
and
a
Kai,
heartless
he's
villain.
just, I don't know, he's just a weird villain, but he's the most powerful villain
Hmm. I
because
do like the
apparently
green glove though.
the Whooshy finger doesn't work on gods; it only works on mortals.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty that you and I had a fun time with the other stream that is amazing, as good as Wonderstore's 25th anniversary. Yeah, it was pretty good. I mean, there were some scenes that we forgot, but we tried. You know, we tried. But I still love Walking with Dinosaurs.
Me too.
Oh yeah, did you guys see my tier list of like my favorite T Rex, my least to favorite T Rexes?
Oh yeah, I got something to tell you about that. Why did you have Barney?
Because it showed Barney. I don't know why, but
Like,
the tier list showed Barney.
okay, I just thought you made your own tier list and you just
No, I don't know
added
how to
Barney.
make my own tier list. I don't know how.
Oh,
I
I just
like
assumed.
seriously, I don't know how to make my own tier list.
All right, it's just I just assumed you did because just for shits and giggles, I just thought, hey, why not add Barney?
I didn't know that you can make your own tier list.
Oh yeah, you can. Some YouTubers have done that.
I thought that, tier list just makes their own and then it's like, holy shit, you can pick the tier list. Because like I want to do like my own tier list of like lion documentaries or I don't know, Cenozoic documentaries or I don't know, Dragon Ball stuff, even though there's a lot of tier lists that do Dragon Ball. Or like my favorite or like the best Tyrannosaurus Rex beatdowns or whatever. I don't know. It was pretty fun. My bad. I mean, I meant to say it was pretty fun. My bad. I gotta go. I'll see you later. Okay, LBT. Yeah, and I actually made my own. Like on Twitter, I did. I done my favorite Tyrannosaurus beatdowns, and I should do more beatdowns. I also want to do, and I was actually thinking about doing like the saddest dinosaur or saddest moments of prehistoric documentaries. Even though that yes, I am aware that it's nature, but you feel bad for the characters,
Hmm.
which
If
I
I
was
just
talking about that a
say,
while back.
I'm sorry. Hmm. You know what's the saddest scene in any paleo documentary?
What is it?
The Arthur death from Walking with Dinosaurs. Now, that was pretty.
Yeah, it is one of the saddest deaths ever because he became a king and then at the end of the episode to a sad corpse.
And with just one of the most greatest violin playing I have ever seen. It's just heartbreaking.
It is because you feel bad for him because
Yeah,
he's old. He tried his best, but he couldn't. He didn't make it, and he just died.
and worst of all, he didn't get laid. He was too old.
Yeah,
Oh
and
no.
at the death of Dynasty is the saddest death because you feel sorry for the poor Tyrannosaur that she tried her very best to fend off her young against the Ankylosaurus, but the Ankylosaurus hits her right in the rib cage and she just dies she dies. Also, the extinction too. I will also count that as sad moments as well.
Personally, it was quite scary. I mean, there was no music. It was just the haunting sound of a massive dust storm, just
Yeah,
blowing everything away like a giant vacuum cleaner, or was it a giant blower?
yeah. Which I think they did use a leaf blower in that scene.
That would have been funny. Oh,
Yeah,
you know what would have been funny? Just imagine it was God's leaf blower and he was just blowing all the dinosaurs away.
ugh, that would be cool. Well, that would be funny.
Yeah, just like God's leaf blower killed off the
Yeah.
dinosaurs.
The saddest, in my opinion, I don't know. Another saddest extinction that I liked was when dinosaurs roamed America. The music felt very depressing as fuck. Like it was like very sad to see. And then like in the aftermath of the extinction, the net we see like real life conifer, like real trees that were burnt. You see a T-Rex that's dead, you know, and it shows that like that the dinosaurs went extinct. But dinosaurs alive today, but dinosaurs are still around today, and those are birds. You know, birds are dinosaurs.
Indeed, they
But
are.
but regardless, though, it is still a sad moment. Another sad moment, in my opinion, as well, is Fantasia. Even though Fantasia is not a documentary, but it's still one of my favorite extinction scenes.
The Rite of Spring is a good segment in Fantasia.
Yeah, there's actually two versions of it. There's a well, obviously there's the musical one that we all know, but another version is this one has a narrator.
Was it called The World is Born?
I think so.
Yeah, I think I may have seen that one. And the quality is kind of old. It's kind of bad.
Yeah, but it is what it is. It's you get what you find because it's very
Yeah.
rare to find. Oh, absolutely. That Ornithochirus death scene in Walking with Dinosaurs, it was extremely sad and heartbreaking. Yes, it is. It is sad and heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Another sad moment I liked is the death of Big Al.
Oh, I agree.
Oh, yeah. That poor guy. I mean, he has such a good life to him. Then he got a foot injury and it was like, oh no.
And not just that, there wasn't no water.
It was the beginning of the dry season. And it was
Yeah.
just,
So once when the dry season came, Big Al was fucked. It was game over for him.
he had a foot infection. He was thirsty as hell. What can he do?
And his ribs too.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He had his broken ribs.
Yeah. And he also didn't made it. He died young.
He was born young and he died young.
Yeah, he died of a mature adolescent in a dry up riverbed.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, Fred the Dinosaur Man actually created like his own. Well, he created like the before death, the Big Al death scene. Like Big Al's like in this dry up riverbed, and he's in a shade, and he's just like sleeping. He's like, oh boy, I'm getting tired. I'm injured as fuck. I'm gonna die soon.
But at least he died peacefully.
Yeah, he did. And I
Yeah.
think that Big Al's skull is still intact, and he's still like a complete Allosaurus specimen.
Yeah. And the female Allosaurus, she's kind of a bitch.
Well, it's nature though. Like,
Yeah.
because he was trying to attract a female, and then she didn't. Well, she didn't accepted him, so she attacked him. It happens with animals. Some
Yeah.
animals don't like, are not ready to be mated.
Yeah. 1 minute you're gonna get laid, next thing you know, you're getting your ass beaten by a big bitch.
Yeah, even though that we now know that some large theropods like Allosaurus and T Rex, males are larger than their female counterparts.
Oh yeah, the whole sexual dimorphism thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of saw a video of Red Raptor Rides kind of covering that part.
Yeah, a lot of people cover it now.
Hmm.
Yeah. Well, I gotta go. I'll see you guys later. You guys take care and have a nice day, everyone.
Same here. Have a nice day to all you guys.
Yep.
Yep. See
And I'll see
you.
you guys next Friday.
Yep.
Mhm.
Take care, everyone.